And just like that, guess what was zooming along around the planet and the atmosphere today? The D-SPACs, they're boiling over, dude. It's boiling. SPACs are boiling. They're starting to get cool. In fact, growth is starting to get cool. Yes. That's what we want. The cool new value stuff. I think we're all going to turn into value investors whether we like it or not. That's fine by me because we started cool, right? Once SPACs ain't cool, look what is happening today. Skills, remember that one? 26.91%. Caught it today up. I'll take it. How about Arrival? Another golden unicorn, dude. Up 3.9%. Remember this thing hit almost $38? Crazy, y'all. I also noticed we have a pivotal point right around April 20th. Let's call it SPAC low. Look at this. We can chart it. Okay? On skills, April 20th was about SPAC low, even for D-SPACs. But what is happening? We had a little first spike, come down, and now we've got that next big ramp up. We always talk about that we want to hit and be buying it. We're actually better not trying to catch the bottom, but wait for the first initial run up here, which is about a week after April 20th. Wait till that dies down when it's not cool, and this is when we're buying. This is the perfect buy channel here. It's the same thing for Arrival. The same exact day, it was basically at the low. It's been up. This one's actually been kind of staying right there, but it's now just gradually going up. Same thing here. We've got 12.61% up when I caught this one. This is Diamond Scientific. This is the bioplastic play. The bioplastic play. Fantastic. Anything ESG that's decent, that's not terrible, is going to multiply, especially if you get the warrants cheap like they are right now. I think no matter what target you get most of these ones on here, if you're to buy a sum of every single warrant on here, there is no way, no doubt in my mind, you're not going to be doubling your money. Remember, even like the, let's call them bad, the worst targets of the year are still sitting at like $2-ish post LOI, dude, which is crazy. You remember this one? Look at MP Minerals. This one, people were freaking out when it was like $13 and $14. And like, I don't know. Do you think it's worth it, man? It's a mining play. I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. This thing ended up hitting like, what, $51.90 eventually. So I'm very happy and golf clapping for all the folks that held on MP Minerals. It is what it is. Just wait till the thing is out of control, cool, and then sell it. All right? Buy it when people hate it. Today, though, this thing spiked up like 15-ish to 10 to 15%. Fantastic. That got love up to $31.08. Can you imagine what those warrants would have done if you were multiplying with those? Remember those numbers on MP. We're going to circle back to that here in a little bit. Charge Point today zipped up 37.76% for Charge Point. What? I'm telling you, that rotation is happening. All right? The bulls are getting in control. So warrants are not a forever thing. I've got to bring that up. Cool thing folks are doing is not having them. What are the cool kids trying to do? They're trying to be way too cool. Like Chamath just came out with some weird thing his organization, Social Capital is doing, where on their 3 SPACs that just released that they're dealing with, there's going to be no warrants. Can somebody name some other SPACs that are doing no warrants? I'm telling you, this is the time where we can change our lives with these warrants, dude. It is the time to do it because warrants are going away. SPACs getting too cocky to where they're like, we're not even going to offer a warrant. Versus 1 warrant, half warrant, then a 4th, a 3rd, a 5th, a 6th, an 8th or 9th or something. And now there's like no warrants. I don't know. I think it's time. You ever heard of PLMI? I hadn't learned today. I asked some bros all over the world, and this one was brought up to me. They said it was a stacked team, 1/5 of the warrant, so they're going to be easier to pop. 1/5 from the units, right? So less warrants out there, less popcorn in the bag. Plum Acquisition Corp, $300 million MERS, okay? Target industry intends to pursue opportunities in internet and software companies that leverage platform models in enterprise software. Okay, on that. SMB software and infrastructure or disruptive marketplace models in vertical, where the Plum team has extensive experience, blah, blah, blah. Could be health and well-being though. That seems to do okay. But the fintech stuff, I'm just on the fence about, because there's so many like mediocre, kind of lame fintechs. It's just hard for me to get excited. I think it's hard for the majority to get excited on it. They even said insurance though, but basically what we have here, probably a higher end fintech SPAC, all right? But here's the icing on the cake for this one for me. Goldman Sachs is running this one, the sole book runner, in fact. Did you know Goldman Sachs book ran SPACs always do better in the macro picture than any other bank ran SPACs? That's crazy. So if Goldman's running the thing, it's gonna have the people that just buy because of Goldman on it, all right? It's probably gonna do better, even if it's a crappier target, it's gonna do better than if it was any other bank. It is what it is. So you've got that. So where's the warrants on this? 82 cents, dude. All right? The lowest this is probably ever gonna go is maybe like 56 cents, but 80-ish cents is the lowest I think it's been. Seems like a no-brainer if you want like a fintech play. Let's get into some food stuff. How about Tastemaker? I haven't talked about a lot of these, by the way. Tastemaker, TMKRW, Tastemaker. This thing is a SPAC going after, can you guess? The premier partner in food. It looks like we've got veggie stuff. I don't see any meat. In fact, when I first saw this picture here, I thought it looked like a good hamburger. I was like, man, that looks like a good hamburger. And I realized there's no meat on it. And I was like, okay, well, it would have been a lot better if they added meat, but what am I getting at? We're probably like a plant-based food thing. Plant-based food stuff does well. You're here to multiply. Guess what you can buy this warrant at? 67 cents. A low of 57 cents-ish. 50 cents, like right when it jumped open. What's your risk on this? What's your reward? Even if this is a crappy food target, how will this not multiply to what? $1.30 or something? I don't know. The team on this is good. It's great. Y'all ever heard of Imperfect Foods, by the way? This is a possible target. This might be one that a lot of these food ones are going after. They just came out with an article, Imperfect Foods, funding round brings valuation to $700 million. It's going to be a smaller one. I don't know. We've got a lot of weird crosses between fintech and food right now because of like the food delivery space. I think we're going to get quite a few that are going to be hammering out. I know there's about 5 I can think of off the top of my head that would do pretty well, where you can basically order meals online. You know, I get tons of YouTube ads and all over the internet about, oh, buy this pre-made food. It's like the new Swans, right? You know, remember the Swans guy? Give you an ice cream. Anyways, we can do that digitally now. I think we're going to get some of those. Perfect Foods could be that. There's even like meat delivery. Here's another SPAC. This one is called Byte, the ticker BITE. What a fantastic name. Can you guess what they're going after? It looks like about the same thing. They're more of like ESG suitable for multi-generational diners and meeting their omni-channel needs, company-owned franchise restaurants. So either or, they want restaurants, benefiting from an easy, adaptable to strong takeout, delivery, mobile technology. I don't know, it's great. One of the chicks running this, the independent director of Julia Stewart, she's awesome. Chair CEO of Dine Brands, where she led the acquisition of Applebee's. Y'all ever been to Applebee's? Come on, no lie. I know you're trying to be bougie. We know you already been there last Saturday night, all right? Saw you. That combined with IHOP, though, dude. Applebee's, IHOP, they're kind of, you know, they're not your high-class bouginator restaurants, but everybody knows the brand, and that's all that matters because we're here to make money. To create the largest sit-down restaurant chain in the world, this chick was ahead of that. All right? Guess what these warrants are sitting at? Have you even heard of this one? 68 cents, dude. Hello. There's another one. I guess I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. It's called NOAC, Natural Order Acquisition. Same thing, dude. They got this one looks real nasty though. If you ask me. This looks like a another plant-based burger. There's lots of plant food ones that are out there that could go SPAC, and they all do great. Why not? Tattooed Chef. That thing ripped faces. Got another one. I like this one. This one is called Jack Creek Investments. JCIC, this one is more, it seems focused on the online food thing I was talking about at the beginning. I like this play. It's going to be food. It's probably going to be like an online sector of it, delivery. So you get kind of the fintechy, nerdy stuff with it. All those, just pick them or just spread it out between them. How about Colonnade? Y'all ever had Colonnade? Acquisition Corp, second. Remember the first one? They did Oust. Remember Oust? They did all right. Well, they got number two, $300 million MERS. Favorable growth prospects that provide attractive risk-adjusted returns and investment capital component. They don't really tell us the sector, but it's probably gonna be something you can touch, kind of like Oust, maybe like a new technology thing. I think it was like a LiDAR type of play. Ticker CLAAW, 78 cents. That one, by the way, had a high of almost $1.40. You're almost getting it 40% off-ish, all right? Dude, it's almost all-time lows. How are you not going to at least get to back where it was after the LOI, right? That's a 2x. It's an easy 2x, dude. And that's nothing. If any of these get a decent target, remember the first ones I was showing you? If any of these get a decent target, we can way more than 2x, dude. We get minimum 5x. SVOK, we have a rumor, which is real, all right? So they were going after Boxed. Speaking of online delivery of food, it's like the online Costco thing. You can buy that at 83 cents right now. SVOK, 83 cents. ALTU, remember that one, ALTUW? 68 cents you can buy that one. Why we're talking about that? Remember that one was the Alterion supersonic plane, and the supersonic plane came out with this weird article where they like kind of said it, but they totally 100% didn't. They're like, we're actually just going to quit trying to make the planes. We can't find enough funding. I don't believe it. I think they're kind of hard pressing SPACs to tell them, yo, we need more pipe. To me, there's no way that with all these SPACs out there, not one of them is willing to pipe the pipe they need, the cash they need. They said they're quitting because they can't get the cash to build the planes. I don't believe it. There's like 200 SPACs that would take them, that would get them the cash that they need and want. There's only 1 or 2 or 3 companies in that space. I just don't see it. With all these other weird SPACs that people are dumping billions into, I think they're just hard pressed. So watch that. ALTU was rumored, so they were talking with them, Tyrion, Supersonic. They could still very well be the one that takes them. Again, that article could have just been written by the Supersonic company to cry in the corner and try to get more money. I don't know. But regardless, you can get those at 68 cents. It's something that flies, defense, whatever. I think you're going to still probably multiply it. Even if you got to $1. Boo-hoo, 40% of your money. How about next one? THCA. Rumored with Transfix. This one's kind of cool-ish. It's like Uber of moving and shipping companies. I think it could probably do all right. But again, it's at 73 cents. Even if they, A, get Transfix or anything close to that whatsoever, I don't see how you're not going to make money on this. When stuff is cheap enough, you can just buy with your blindfold on, all right? Did you not figure that out already? Same thing with any investment for the most part. Houses. Once stuff is cheap enough, the guys who really whoop it are the ones who just are like, just give me whatever, man. 30, 50 grand for a rental, I'll take it. I don't care if it needs new roof. Put some people in there. KWAC, KWAC. This is the rumored United Kingdom's huge market maker, multi-millionaire fund dudes called Lombard, I believe is what it was called. That's a big rumor. That's a big investment house. You're going to have other big investment dudes in there and probably a lot of people involved that are going to be buying this too. You can get those warrants at 58 cents, bro. I want to move on to some ESG stuff. Okay, how about Peridot acquisition the second? Remember that? We had the first one. Can anyone name what the first target was? Regardless, you can get these at 89 cents. Dude, they've been $1.60 almost. You can get them almost half off. Here is the homepage of their website. What do you see on the bottom right? You see energy storage, which is done fantastic. We could have possible farming, windmilly stuff, ESG, green, boom, 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 boom. Okay, the big brother did you give up was PDAC, and they got the battery recycling stuff, right? They recycle batteries. That was a pretty good target. But look, this one was sitting at 81 cents when it started. No one would buy it because they were scared. They waited until it almost 2x'd about $1.50, and then they started buying it. And then we got the LOI, and guess what? It spiked to $2.50, all the way up to $4.50, $4.60. Do that math. If you were to get in at like 80, where you can get in the number 2 at right now, 89 cents. Even if we get a mediocre target, we're gonna minimum 2x your money. Just look at the charts, dude. How about ENVI? Look at this one. This one is awesome. Awesome team, hardcore, in the business forever. I know we talk, most teams are good, but this one's really good. Like the Dan Coyne, he currently serves as co-head of U.S. investment banking and global head of sustainability ESG investment banking for Canaccord, where he has been there since 1998. I could go on forever about the team, but I mean, that alone, it's like, do you understand how many deals this guy has seen? 250 transactions, over $20 billion in transactions of business. You don't think this guy's got a Rolodex of ESG companies that you can just, yo, man. Remember you were saying you wanted a lot more funded? I can help you out. Look at this though, dude. On their website, they're looking for key secular trends. What's in the background? Electronic vehicle charging. Get another one. Whatever, dude. Guess what you can buy that? 88 cents. Guess who might be heavy in those? Just guess. PNTM. Y'all heard of this one? This one's kind of cool. This one kind of gets me, maybe a little bit emo. It's like more of an industrial kind of ESG play. I'll show you some potential targets though below. It might get you interested, but this one here, PNTM, POTEM, you can get for 86 cents, 82 cents, somewhere around there. By the way, I'm seeing spikes both beginning of the day, midday lunch, and then right at 1 o'clock, we are getting bought buys and sells, AKA volume is coming back to SPACs. Like this one, for instance, like right at 1 o'clock Pacific, okay, right when the bell rang today, right? This thing was at like the 86 cents. It went, bam, it went down like 4 cents, which is a lot when you're talking about that for nothing. A lot of these were doing that though. Right at the bell, like boom, 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 boom. So that's auto buys. People are setting them up. They're like, all right, stuff's low enough. Let's just set up the auto buys and sells. This is good. We're getting that momentum. The head dude, he's more of a macro, like worldwide stuff. A lot of the team in this is like overseas, all over the world though. Well, I mean, not just UK, not just Australia, not just United States, everywhere. So this head dude, I think it's a German last name. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but he's worked with and been head and CEO of big, huge industrial ESG type of companies like CNH Industrial. You've probably never heard of it. Have you heard of a brand called Case though? Case Industrial. How about New Holland tractors and stuff? We're talking like big boy agricultural, all right? On their site, it says right here, the path to zero waste across South America. So they even develop whatever's going on here to make zero waste, probably, compound things for whatever, I don't know. So anything from tractor stuff to ESG zero waste across South America, all these brands though, it's massive. We've also got people in this one that have worked farmer-focused solutions to sustainability feeding our world. Okay, so we got more farming, more ESG. Then this company, we have ties to Well-Built, enhanced sanitation, our guide to get back into business. So we've got like new school restaurant equipment that sanitizes stuff or checks if stuff sanitized, but we're talking big, expensive restaurant equipment, culinary. It's crazy cool stuff. Then we also have Agco, agricultural company. Probably never heard of him, but guess what? This is like a guts, battery, engine, tractory type of play. It's huge, all right? So we could even get something that's like external battery storage. We could get that. We could get something with the agricultural, like another vertical farm play. I'm not done. How about mobile mini solutions? Probably never heard of that. But guess what? What do? This is basically people that are setting up kind of like the SG block stuff for like the storage containers. So they have that, like they have the storage container stuff. They're doing weird stuff with the CVID response effort, you know, setting up mobile clinics, whatnot, but they have portable storages, tanks, pumps, temporary site solutions. So big constructions, if disasters happen, got you there. Mobile Mini is here for pumping. So they got these big, huge, looks like diesel, maybe LNG, maybe gas, natural gas generated water pumps. If there's floods somewhere, call these guys. So you kind of have that play. I'm still not done. Eneo is another company they're involved with. Look at this big old rad ESG thingy. Hydrogen. Ready for hydrogen? Engines can operate with variable hydrogen natural gas mixtures or with 100% hydrogen. I don't even know what this big old awesome machine does. It powers something. But energy solutions everywhere, anywhere, anytime. It's basically big engines that can like run cities and big warehouses that are super clean. So they're even showing here like they've got this super modern looking city, right? And they're saying a reliable and efficient power anywhere, anytime, whether on or off the grid or oil field, and featuring fast, flexible, reliable gas engines, gasless fuels. If you ever need power, you can literally start a city with the big old machiney things they got here. This is cool, right? Even in the middle of the desert, they can give you power. They even have the windmills and the solar panels. Like this type of thing, I think would do fantastic. A big industrial, real ESG, make a city out of it play. I'll take it, dude. Microgriddy stuff, love it. Moving on, BWAC did a video on that. Better World Acquisition, remember that? Cool chicks running that. Dude, like all-time lows right now, 82 cents. We were actually thinking we might get an arrow farms, like a indoor farming, maybe food-ish delivery, something definitely like green eating plant, something, that realm, right? 82 cents. Did I go big on this next one? This ticker you might not have heard of either. It's called WARR. This is one we've been talking about in the group, me and the homies, the group. Warrior Technology Acquisition Company, 58 cents. So right away, you should be attracted to the fact that the price is ridiculously low. Now, realize there's a big difference between buying something at 58 cents and 82 cents. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it really is. You know, there's people that can't even figure out how to get that play, get that push in their account throughout the whole year. You realize how crazy that is? There's people that can't, like Chamath, I don't even think can get like 15 or 20% a year. But I'm showing to even get to 58 cents to 85 cents, you could probably get, what, 15, 20% on your money? That's even, dude, that's huge. You could probably do that in a month or two. Why not? Regardless, if this company, I haven't even told you anything about it, I will in a second. If this company gets something bad, I bet you it still doubles. If they get something decent, 3, 4x, if it's good, it could go to $10. Can you multiply a high? 58 cents to $10? Even $5 or $4. Holy Toledo, you're multiplying like crazy. That's how people build wealth, is to get in before it's cool on stuff like this. Look at this. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen for a SPAC on their website. Yes. They literally have a sales sheet for their SPAC. I thought this was awesome. Every SPAC needs this. If you want to start a marketing company, do side hustle or something, sell to the SPAC people, because they don't know how to sell the investors. And they should, because that's a great selling point to show traction before LOI. Regardless, this is something you could pitch them right here, right? What do we got? Warrior Technology Acquisition Company. Look how beautiful this is. $276 million blank check company seeking potential business combination with the target environmental service sector, so ESG, strong environmental, social, government, ESG, green. They're publicly traded, health, safety, environmental standards, land, water, air stakeholders. Okay, getting that? Ticker WARR. It actually got upsized. So this is one of those ones that started at 200, but there was so much faith behind it that it was upsized a ton. It actually was upsized to 276 million. That's a big up, all right? Over 6 times oversubscribed, over Allocations concentrated towards ESG focused long-term investors. So background, the dudes running it are tier 2, tier 1 for sure. But they've got big backgrounds, and we've done really well with teams like this. Think of like big old school blue chip oil guys, big value bros, oil, water stuff from Texas, switching to ESG. All right, so those guys know the whole sector. These guys have been in there forever. You actually even heard of Trip Womack III, HHH Warrior, the CEO? He's actually got some other big businesses of like oil and cleaning up oil and stuff like that. This guy leading is super smart, but they're saying like water infrastructure, renewable fuels we could get, solar, wind, CO2 and emissions, food, agriculture, take that, waste remediation, all right, manufacturing, refining chemicals. We can kind of go any of those directions. Did I mention that the warrants are 58 cents? How are you not gonna multiply? I love this next one. I can't believe this one's actually still under $1. By the way, this list is under $1. 97 cents, you can get SVSV. This is the vertical farm play warrant. I don't see how this one's still not gonna multiply. Don't believe me, look at the other SPACs that have multiplied that are in the same kind of sector, but this one I think might be a little better. And they're like what? I think the commons on the, it was NOVS. I think the commons went to like $30 or something. So that means the warrant should be at 10 to 15-ish, right? Or more. Can you multiply that high? What if we even get halfway there? I'd be so super happy even for that. I love it. So remember the MP Minerals, right? We were talking about that. That was actually a Chamath piped SPAC. They mine stuff in California. Can you believe we're getting away with that? For ESG. All right, so that thing, like I was saying, hit about $40. But guess what? What if, oh wait, no, that's not what I'm talking about. This is the warrants. Okay, the warrants hit almost $40. Holy Toledo. Okay, so the warrant on MP Materials right now is like $20, dude. What if I could rewind time and get you in back there before $1? Well, I have one just like it. I got one just like it. You haven't heard of this one either, all right? I had to say this one at the end for the people who are actually watching my videos till the end. ESMW, have you heard of that? Probably not. Where can you buy this beautiful baby? 72 cents. It's another one we've been buying up, right? 72 cents. Okay, what do we got? Mike Davis, who's that? Well, he's going to launch a $300 million battery metal SPAC. By the way, the guy is totally legit, totally tier 1. Former Xterra boss Mike Davis, newly founder battery metals investment firm Vision Blue Resources, is stepping up efforts to reach the goal of becoming a battery metals giant by launching this $300 million SPAC. ESM, NYSE ticker, co-sponsored by VBR and private equity mining investors, the Energy and Minerals Group, floated in the United States last week. Its mandate for the hunt of investment mining projects focused on producing minerals needed for electric vehicles and other green tech. Do I need to say any more? Right? I could have easily done videos on a lot of like just singleized videos on this, but sometimes I just gotta blow all these out. Here's the list for you. All right, the list is on the website. You can go to my website. It's all right in front of you. Pick something, dude. It's that easy. I like this MP Mineral one though, because we can get it for 72 cents. Even if we get a fifth of what MP Minerals ended up doing, that's over 20x. Can you tell me how many x's that is? How many times that multiplied to go from 72 cents all the way up to there? Was anyone buying, by the way, was anyone buying MP Minerals with me when it was like $1? When the warrants were $1? Was anyone crazy enough to buy them with me? Imagine if we could do that right now. We can. Are you with me? Jumping in? Hey, I don't put any advertisements at all on my videos. All I ask, just share the video with your friends. That's it. Sure, the likes and the comments, they help, but dude, just help me share the videos. I totally appreciate it. I hope y'all are making money. Pot's starting to boil. We're all about ready to multiply. Just hold on. We're real close.